This is the epicenter of audio frequency entertainment.
I love it.
It's awesome.
Can't get enough of it.
Oh, yeah. You guys are the best.
Heffron and Reep.
I love you, love you, love you.
The Heffron and Reep Show.
Yeah. What the hell are you looking at? Get back to work. What's up, everybody? Welcome to an all-new Heffron and Reep podcast show thingy. It's Thursday, October the 27th. This is your hour of power right here. I guess this is going to be our Halloween edition. But I'm John Reep. And here in a minute, my buddy John Heffron's going to join us. If you're new to the show, you might be thinking, what the hell's a Heffron and a Reep? Well, we're two road dogs, man. Two winners of Last Comic Standing, journeyman. All right, road dogs. Lover of the 1980s. Not too much with the politics, the pandemics, the Putins, just pure pleasure, promo codes, that sort of thing. Real quick, before I get John Heffron up in here. By the way, do you know who I am for Halloween? Leave it in the comments section. If you know, you know. All right. This coming Saturday night, if you're in Hickory, come party with me. Hickory's, we're doing a Halloween bash at Market on Main. All right, that's Saturday night, 7 p.m. in Hickory, Market on Main. November 3 through 5, I'll be in Jacksonville, Florida at the Comedy Zone. Come see me there. November 16th, Myrtle Beach, South Carolina at the House of Blues. And the rest of my tour dates can be found at heffronandreep.com. Lots of stuff can be found at heffronandreep.com. Tour dates, merchandise, our Patreon support page. Shout out to our Patreons, Brenda Sack, Steve Dean, Joey Ellis, Shane Flint, Bob Haynes, Rick Sanford III. We don't have any new podcast, Apple podcast reviews, but we need them. So if you're so inclined, you can write us a nice review, give us 5 stars. We'll read it on the dang show. What do you think of that? Should have a guest up in here today. Not just John Heffron, but perhaps another good cowboy. My buddy Joel Fry from Naples, Florida, might be joining us today. But let's start off with my man John Heffron. Very funny guy. Also a winner of Last Comic Standing. Let's see what he's doing. Hey, John Heffron, how are you?
Hey, everybody. It's John Heffron coming. I do not have a costume. I let this Halloween season. I thought of it late. My wife had a costume, which looks amazing. But I didn't get mine in time. And it would have been good. I would have had a toothpick in my costume also.
Oh, really?
Do you want to guess? It's not even funny because I don't have
Cobra. Stallone's Cobra.
Oh, that's a good one. No.
Oh, he had a match. That wasn't a toothpick. That was
a match. I would have wore driving gloves.
Yeah.
I would have wore a scorpion jacket with a scorpion on the back of my jacket. And I would have had a toothpick in my mouth. Huh?
I know I should know this, but I'm drawing a blank.
It would have been a good one.
It
was I Want to Be Ryan Gosling from The Driver.
I've never seen that movie.
Oh my, you've never seen that movie? Mm-mm. Dude, it's kind of like, it's slow good. I mean, there's a lot of action, but there's kind of like more him just walking with like cool music and cool lights. That happens a lot. But
that's what I heard. It's like mostly sort of it's not so much theirs. It is just pomp and circumstance kind of a stuff.
It's good. It's a really good movie.
It out.
Yeah.
Driver,
my wife's
huh?
Gonna be.
Which one's Baby Driver?
Baby Driver's the one where the guy can kind of can't hear, so
That's
he
the
listens to
prequel.
music.
Oh,
No, two totally different. But this one's good though. The Driver soundtrack's really good. But yeah, I was gonna do that. My wife was gonna be the Atomic Blonde. She's got the whole getup, and it looks super cool. But
yeah,
but everything got pushed. Let me tell you about my weekend,
dude. I know you got.
I want to tell you about my weekend.
This is crazy.
And I want to say, like, if I'm talking weird or if I'm weird, it's because of the anti-vert or the Dramamine or whatever it is they got running through my body. So I was on stage Thursday in Oklahoma City. Shout out to everybody who saw some interesting shows in Oklahoma City. So I get done with the show Thursday. And there's a ramp that comes on stage. And after I say goodbye, I do this like quick jump and kind of like look over to the right, see if the MC's there. Just like a quick and like a dumb move. Start walking towards them. The whole audience started doing this. And then there are pictures on the walls, and the pictures started spinning around me at about 500 miles an hour. I knew there was a door where you go through to get to the green room. But when things are spinning, things are moved. So I started walking in the opposite direction because that's where I thought the door was. And I'm staggering, get to the merch table. I sit there. The other comic goes, "Are you okay?" And I go, "Yeah, I'm fine." And then I fall. I pass out. My arms hit the merch table. And then that wakes me back up. And I'm back upright again.
Wow.
So then I go, I got to sit down. So I pick a chair that's just in the crowd and I sit. So everybody from the show's walking by me. Nice show. Like I'm having to interact. And I see 100 of everybody. And now I'm flop sweating. So then I get up, go into the green room. I get sick. And then I proceeded to get sick every 5 minutes for an hour and 20 minutes before the ambulance comes. Literally every 5 minutes, I would stumble. The grade was perfect. There was a chair. I saw the bathroom. I start to feel sick. I'd get up. I would hobble. I mean, I would, stumble like this, make it to the bathroom. These like wheelchair railings were perfect. I just posted up like this and then threw up foam for an hour and a half because there's no food.
Right.
So go to the ambulance. They take me in an ambulance. Oh, at one point they go, "Do you want to go in an ambulance?" And this is after they got there. They're like, "Well, we need to transport you to the hospital. Do you want to get somebody to drive you, or do you want to go in an ambulance?" And the managers and the EMTs are sitting there. Everyone's staring at me. And I looked at everybody and said, "I don't understand words."
Oh, wow.
Right? Because I couldn't. And then they go, "He's got to go in the ambulance."
Wow.
So I'm like, somebody fool, why are you fucking leaving it up to me right now? So then, so we go in the ambulance. And then, they put me in the ER and that's 4 hours of whatever. And then the doctor said, "It's vertigo. You have vertigo. You have nothing wrong with you. You have vertigo." So I go, "Well, how do you get rid of that?" And he's like, "You don't." And so they put me on IVs. And then I do Friday show and felt awesome. Not a thing, not a problem. Saturday show, I get on stage. I have a bit about going to vertigo, and I'm going to tie it into my Bell's palsy. I'm excited.
Oh, wow.
I start telling the crowd, "Hey, you're lucky I'm here. I didn't think I'd be here because Thursday." And I'm like telling the story. And as I told the story, I take my water, put it on the ground, and then I look back up at the crowd. Oh. So I look at the ground, look back up at the crowd like that. It's like Inception, right? Wow. It's just like suddenly I'm like, "Oh, crap." So then I sit down and some guy goes, "You can just breathe through it. Just breathe through it." The crowd says this. And so I sit down and breathe through it. And then I ask some lady, she looks something on her phone and she's like, "Here's what you do." And she holds up her phone. I go, "Reading your phone is the last thing I can do right now. Is there any way you can paraphrase it or something like that?" But then I would do material and the audience would laugh super hard. But then I would stop, flop sweat, take a moment. And then some guy handed me his water from the stage because I couldn't bend down. And it was weird. Like the audience was in this weird, like, we want to see this. We want to, like a marathon runner, let him keep going. But then this woman in the front row goes, "Please go to the hospital." Like that's, just right in the front. And I had her thrown out for talking because you don't talk to a comic. Then the lights start coming on, like the red light. started flashing. And I joked.
To
I
like
go,
wrap it up, get off the
yeah,
stage.
I go, are you guys trying to kill me? Right? Like, because I was telling people about the lights. And then I would start talking. And then I look over to my right, and there's four people who work there. Security guy, manager, and somebody else walking on stage.
Wow.
And I go, are you guys here to get me off stage? And then she goes, yes, you need to go to the hospital. And then I looked at the crowd and went, okay, I want to leave, but I don't know how to get up from this stool and walk over there. Like, this is super embarrassing. I don't know how.
Is it being on like a Ferris wheel and you can't walk straight because
yeah, ever just be so drunk that you do end up throwing up? Okay, you know that like couple seconds before that feeling, just stretch that out for 5 hours.
Oh my God, that's horrible, man.
Yeah, so I mean, it's not the world's spinning, then you throw up, and then it's leveled off. It is tilt-a-whirl, spinny roller coaster for 4 hours for me. 4 hours.
Wow. Did anyone think that you were joking about this?
No, you couldn't fears. Because I turned colors really quick.
Yeah.
Because when I went backstage, somebody in the thing was a nurse, and she came backstage, and she was like, "You're having a heart attack. You have to go. You turn colors on me. Like, I watched you turn colors."
Wow.
Like, it's not a heart attack. I was just in the thing with this. So then I couldn't find a flight home. Now I just want to get home. And I can't.
This is now Sunday?
This is Sunday. So I got the room till Monday. I'm like, okay, well, I'll just stay here. But I got to find a ride. And Oklahoma City, there was no easy. It was all fly here, wait 3 hours, fly here. It's hard. It wasn't an easy thing. So then I spent like $1 billion on a Delta first class flight home.
Yeah.
Right next to the bathroom. Went to the ER, got loaded up with fluids, and they put all the anti-vert and throw up stuff in me. I'm like, this is my best opportunity to get home. Because I feel like, so I got home, and then yesterday went to like a neurologist and ENT. And then it's a temporary like inner ear. So my nerves in my ear are inflamed because I had an earache.
Okay.
I don't remember having an earache. I remember being super sick a couple like months ago, and he's like, that's probably when you got the infection. But now your nerve is still annoyed and it's not healed. So that causes vertigo and spinning and all that type of stuff. Which is better than what I thought, because this, like, I'm taking steroids. I'm kind of fucked up right now. Like, they're having me on a lot of stuff, but each day it's going to get better and better. You know what I mean? Like, my balance today is still really bad, but it doesn't feel it's as bad as 2 days ago. Like, when I walk, I wouldn't pat you. You would think I drank an entire bottle of booze. Like, when I walk, I mean, everything.
It's temporary, so
I go sideways and I put my foot. Yeah, it's completely. So, yeah, that was my weekend.
Damn.
But I should have left, though. This is where we're dumb as comics. Like, when it happened Thursday, I should have been on a plane Friday.
Right.
I don't know why the mentality of I gotta squeeze out Friday, 2 shows Saturday.
Or at least be like, all right, let's go see well, no, you did go to a doctor.
I went to ER. Yeah. You just can't get, because of COVID, you can't get in to see anybody you're supposed to like 2030. That's what makes it like difficult.
Damn.
Dude. Yeah, dude. It's
see, all this stuff when you're telling me this. I'm number one, sorry that happened to you. Number two, glad it's temporary. You're going to be fine.
Yeah.
And then I start thinking, well, it's just a matter of time before it happens to me. I've never had anything that bad happen.
I know. I even joked on stage. I go, it's weird because I never had, even seeing that little move I did right there, you can't go that fast. That's what makes it weird. You don't know how fast you move your head left or right.
I would just keep my eyes shut.
But I said that, I go to the doctor, I go, I've never had vertigo before. And then he's like, well, you have it now. And then I thought, yeah, that's kind of a dumb thing to say. It's almost like saying, well, that's weird. I've never had herpes before. Yeah, you got it.
Right.
That's
the one time in your life you don't have it. And the one time you do have it. That's how it happens.
Because that's how you get something. Yeah, that's how you get something for the first time. So
Is there? So it all stems from the ear infection, or
yeah,
earache
vertigo
that you
isn't a thing you get. It's a symptom of something. You know what I
Got
mean?
it.
You don't just get vertigo. It's not like a
have. Okay,
cold sore.
all right.
It's
Right.
it's a symptom of
It's
a bit like all,
having a
and it's
bad inflamed
mostly inner ear
drum.
stuff. Yeah, mostly inner ear, or there's crystals in your ear that float around this little gel, and if those crystals move, there's all these things you have to do, all these techniques to get back, and they're all kind of
Wow.
scary because you got to like throw yourself and do a cartwheel and slam yourself. You got to recalibrate these crystals. I mean, when you think about how thinly you're holding on to life, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't really one little microscopic crystal gets out,
Right.
like gets disjarred and moves a little, and now you can't even walk, or you know what I mean? Or you throw like, dude, my abs
It's
are
a
crushing
miracle
it.
we're
Though.
all able to do
Yeah.
anything at all.
My abs are
given
sweet, but
all
it's
the circumstances.
but it's
Dude, I mean, this is
sucked.
another book that you have in you. You're the only person I know to get Bell's palsy on stage
yeah.
and then keep crushing. And then now vertigo on stage, keep crushing.
Yeah.
You should keep going. You got to get one more. Everything comes in threes.
It comes in threes. I already have a vertigo bit that will tie into mine because both doctors I saw two doctors at the ER at this place, and one guy goes, "You're a mystery to me." He goes, "You're a mystery." I'm like, "Okay, Sarah McLachlan. How about some more? I would like something more than that. I just threw up for 4 hours straight. There's something that's happening.
I'm a mystery too, buddy. That's why I came here.
That's why you have 12 years of school is to solve
Solve
the
this mystery.
But boy, I tell you, I can never eat chicken tenders again. That was my first meal on Thursday, and I'm like, oh man, those or Doritos, because those are the only things I had in my stomach this weekend, and they were out of my stomach pretty
it came
fast.
out this way.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's why I knew it wasn't like food poisoning because I didn't have the that was the only place it came out. So it was strictly people get concussions or everything.
Right.
It's the same. It's the same type thing, but
Have you ever been like?
It's horrible. Man.
I'm trying to think of how you could relate it to something else for other people. Like, have you ever been knocked out?
No.
Yeah, I've been knocked out before, and I kind of think it's a little bit like that feeling of, ooh, right.
But it's not even. Yeah, it's not even a whoa. I mean, it's.
How fast does it spin? Like, is it? I don't want to move too much.
It's a kaleidoscope. So I mean, there are pictures on the wall of this club where I think it's like toothpaste fighting orange juice. Just somebody did all these like just fun paintings. So it's toothpaste fighting orange juice because obviously they don't go together. So that's just one picture on the wall. I probably saw 20 of those, and then take those 20 and spin them around me like I'm being attacked by wasps.
Oh my gosh.
And make in the ground, it feels like you're moving 300 miles an hour.
So how long did he say this will last? You got 3 more days of it? 1 more day? 2 more days?
He doesn't know. He says like, yeah. With the steroids, I should be fine. I'm starting to, even today, I'm a little better. But still, it's even looking at the screen like this, why I'm looking at the screen does one of those, which is better than it flipping around and all that stuff.
When's your next gig? Where is it?
Just a couple of weeks, so I'm good. I'm gonna chill for a couple of weeks. You know what I mean? Yeah. Already today, I feel better, but when I walk, I knew I was hosed when they did a balance test with me, and the Asian not nurse, I think she was actually a doctor. She goes, "Don't let me push you forward or pull you back." And she probably weighs 95 pounds. Mm-hmm. She put her fingers on my shoulders like this behind me and just pulled like that. And I was supposed to resist her. Almost right down with like little to no effort.
Wow.
Like completely. Yeah.
So, all right. Well, you just stay at home, get better. Don't do anything crazy.
I know. I'm sorry. I canceled my like tightrope walking seminar I was going to do this
cancel the
weekend.
tightrope.
I was going to do that, and then I had trapeze. I had trapeze practice, and then I graduated my parkour class where we were going to jump roof to roof.
That's good.
So I canceled that too.
Yeah.
It sucks. Yeah. And then every kid in my whole city, I spent all this money for barrel races, where there's a hill and you climb into a barrel and then you get pushed down. And then we had tires.
I mean, it's a good thing you do have some sort of martial arts training in you. I bet if you didn't have that, you probably wouldn't have lasted as long as you did. 2 days in a row on stage doing 2 shows.
Yeah. Dude, it was horrible.
That's insane.
It was horrible.
Well, so real quick, I got a guest that's going to come in here. Do you want to stick around? Or do you want
I'm
to
going to stick around for. I'm going to stick around for as much as I can, and then we'll see what happens. So,
before I bring him on, let me just ask you generically: Halloween plans? Anything? I mean, you can't do much now.
Yeah.
Do people come to your house? Do they trick or treat at your house?
No, nobody trick or treats, and then
you're out there in the middle of a field. That's like children corn out there.
We had plans for this weekend, and then I don't want to. I don't know. I don't know what we're doing. I might have to cancel everything. Tell you something? But I don't want to say we're canceling it.
I went to go visit my dad right before I got here, in the skilled nursing facility. And I got the outfit on. I wanted to go show my dad who I was, Now, did we talk about this before the show or during the show? Have you guessed who I am yet?
I know who you read. Who you read? I know who you are.
Rip from Yellowstone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool guy. You look like if you dyed your beard blacker.
I put some black in here.
Yeah, but you look a lot like him. And I got a question about that jean jacket. I have a picture on my phone, which you know how that always works out, me trying to find that. I almost bought a jean jacket this weekend before I started spin, but I think I looked so dorky in it that I didn't end up getting it.
Yeah, you really have to find the right size jean jacket. I bought 2 jean jackets. I bought a black one, all black, and then this denim one. I like this one better because it's got a little bit of the brown stitching in it, so you can see it better. Was it too big?
I think so, right? Because look how I know that's a horrible picture. I didn't send it to Alan, but see how skinny my legs are to it. I think it looks just.
I can't tell in this picture. Is your shirt tucked in? I think what I've noticed about the jean jacket, especially the Western look. I'm gonna stand up. Look at the whole get up. I got the belt buckle too, buddy.
So the jean jacket only goes. See, oh yeah. I think mine
would like.
But can you wear that with
should be like tucked in so your jean jacket don't want to hang lower than your waist. If your jean jacket goes below the waist, then it just looks like some other long jacket. But anyway, I went to go visit my dad with this outfit on, right? And the lady behind the reception, this old lady, she's probably like 65. I walked in, I just went like this, went, ma'am. Because I felt like I kind of look like this. I'm going to play the part, just having fun. She goes, ma'am. I was like, how you doing? Yeah, like that. I just stayed in character as I'm signing in. And she goes, oh, gosh, what are you going to Yellowstone or something? And I said, yeah, I'm Rip from Yellowstone. She goes, oh, you are not Rip. Like, she didn't have to say it like that. Like, I know I'm not Rip. Obviously, I'm John Reap. I'm having fun. It's Halloween. Yeah. She didn't have to insult me.
Yeah.
She didn't have to insult me. I could have said, well, you ain't send a fucking Rella either. All right.
Well, you got to do now. You got to get your pickup truck and drive it through the front of the building where she is. You come through the glass doors. You drive right in. And then you go, no, my Rip.
I go get a lasso, pull my dad out.
That's how you handle that.
All right, let's bring in Alan Jackson. Do we have our special guest opening that we can use for this moment? If we do, let's. right, joining us all the way from Naples, Florida, my brother from another mother, my ginger buddy, Joel Fry, everybody. How you doing, man? Well, I think you're muted.
He's doing fine.
I'm muted?
I'm doing fine.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, I hear
Hang
you,
on
but
a
it's
second.
kind of a delay.
Can you hear me now?
Yes. I do hear you, but your video is a little bit ahead. That's going to mess up John's Vertigo. That's going to make it worse.
I don't want to do that.
I'll look this way. Or yeah.
Yeah.
With the earpiece?
I mean, I hear you, but it's like it's not.
Do the thing that like
matching
customers.
Do you have?
thing-
You're using a wireless earpiece and a wireless. Do you have wired?
Do a
Or
thing
just-
like customer service and just
Let me just-
click out and then come back in, and it'll work.
Is that any better?
It's a little better, I think, because I can.
I took the Bluetooth out.
Yeah, it's weird. Your
Do a thing where
videos
click out and come back in.
Yeah,
Okay.
go away
I'll
and
do
come
that.
back.
Just go away and come back. Yeah, go away. You seem cool, but go
Get
away.
out of here.
Yeah.
Scram!
Get
Beat
out of
it!
here, kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's going on, right? Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you about
By
Joel.
the way, I'll use this time next weekend. Very big show at the Comedy Castle in Royal Oak, Michigan. That's where I am at the Comedy Castle. Then the weekend after, I am at the place that gives the best merch, which would be Comedy Works in Denver. Finishing off my November in Denver.
Wow.
Finishing off my November. Also, I've been uploading a lot of stand-up clips on all my socials. So make sure you check out comedian
I have
John
been
Heffron
seeing this
on Instagram. And check out. It's starting to get holiday season. I know money's tight for everybody. I know we're about to hit a recession, but you know what? Your kids still need books read to them. So go to Amazon and check out my Grandma Makes series. We have 4 books up. Please check those out. Rate, review. I need the cash.
Yeah, help him out.
Right? Well, like why not? Like why lie to him?
Joel.
It'd be nice.
Can you hear us?
I can hear you. Can you hear me better?
This is a little better. Yes.
Okay.
All right. Thanks for joining us, John. Meet Joel. Joel, meet John.
Sir.
Doing, Mr.
John Heffron has never been to Off the Hook Comedy Club in Naples, and
You need to.
here's the thing, though. John doesn't like it when there's food involved, and that's mainly what it is.
And forks dropping and
Yeah.
that kind
Yeah,
of
he has a theory. The more food that's available at a comedy club, the less the show will suffer more. The more food, the more suffering of the show. It's like too many distractions, waitresses, waiters.
Well, you're an
all of it.
afterthought, and I get most clubs why they do it is because that's where they make all their money. But it does take away from. I'm just scarred for when I was at the Irvine Improv shooting my special, and they serve food, and I'm trying to shoot my special, and all I heard a lady going, "Well, you need some tartar sauce. Get some tartar sauce. Tartar sauce." Well, miss, can we get some like I just heard that while I was recording the special.
Yeah.
And I was just to this day, if I hear tartar sauce, I want to smash.
You're going to hear tartar sauce. You're going to hear a lot of cell phones ringing, and you're going to hear alarms going off where they don't know how to turn it off.
Yeah.
Like it's going to be Joel, were you there when it happened twice in one show?
within like 3 minutes of each other.
And I called it. I actually called it. I was on stage. It happened, and we addressed it. We had, you have to address it and mess with them. And then I said, here's the thing. It's going to happen again. Mark my words. It'll happen again.
Yeah.
And sure enough, about 5 minutes later, it happened again. But so, John, I don't know if you would.
I would enjoy it. I would now going into it knowing that was happening. I will say how much it bugs me, and then when it happens, we're all one big happy.
It'll force you to do new, different material. Not that you need that anyway, because now you've I mean, you've survived Bell palsy, you've survived vertigo on stage.
Right.
I think you could handle Naples, Florida, and a little tartar sauce.
Couple rain. Yeah. As long as I'm not spinning and throwing up.
But the food is fantastic.
There.
Yeah. So
Well,
that's
they
where I
should
met
serve it
Joel.
an hour before the comics come on stage.
That's where I met Joel. He's in Naples. He's number one, just a good guy, but a great country and western singer, songwriter. I'm trying to go back to the first time we met, Joel. Do you remember the first time, how that happened?
Yeah, I've always been for a long time a fan of Mr. Reeps, as I'm going to call him today. He was doing a show here in Naples, and I stayed after the show because he was greeting out, and I wanted to have a chance just to introduce myself. But I, being a musician and a country artist, I felt like we could connect on. So we got to talking, and sure enough, a friendship was born.
And did we go to karaoke the first night?
I think it was the first night, but it was that first weekend.
Yeah. Yeah, he can. He's got a couple of songs. Well, he's got a lot of great songs, but he has an idea for me. And you know Donnie Baker, John Heffron, comedian Donnie Baker?
No.
You never heard of him?
Maybe not, but I'm also under Dramamine right now.
He does it's a comedian who does a character named Donnie Baker.
I know who that guy is. You've been friends with him for a minute.
It might be a law. It might, not might be a law. It's like state law. Swear to God, yeah, like that kind of stuff.
Right.
But he's very funny. So Joel has a song that he wrote that he wants me and Donnie to be in the video, and so we're going to go to Nashville. This is a huge announcement. We're going to go to Nashville and record a music video.
Well, I was wanting
Joel
to be in
and
a
Donnie
music
Baker.
video.
And can you, Joel? Can you tell us about the song? I don't know if you're prepared to sing the song or anything, but
I'll do whatever. I'm honored to be here. But about the song is a song. My producer and longtime friend back in McClure. I just had this idea for a song, mullet thing, business in the front, party in the back, and I kind of making a literal story out of that, and wrote the song, and it's about two brothers whose last name is Mullet. And it's the fictitious origination story of them, and they had some good, had a long lost relative that left them some money, and they decided to do something with it. So they wanted to, and they started a business. It's the Mullet Brothers Taxidermy Bar and Grill. Business is in the front, the taxidermy's in the front, and then the bar and grill. And
that's funny.
So it's just a fun, cool, story song, and I've always envisioned and Donnie Baker being the two Mullet Brothers, and lucky to be able to have. And they both said, "Yeah, man, that sounds fun. Let's do it."
Yeah. So we're going to shoot that January, right? Yeah.
Up in Nashville, in the surrounding areas of Nashville.
Real quick, the Alan Jackson or John Heffron. I don't know if I can trust you because of your illness right now.
Yeah.
Are you hearing? I'm getting like every third or fourth word out of Joel, which sucks because he's got a good story. But is it just me or is it you too, John?
It's like there's almost like compression. I'm gonna talk inside baseball on his. That wasn't throw up. That was me just choking on his mic. Where the first word gets compressed, so we lose it, and then he goes.
Well, Joel.
1-9.
Yeah. So when you said that, we heard Acre 1-9.
We heard Acre 1-9.
Yeah.
So let's do this, Joel.
There's just a delay from. So he's using the mic from his computer, right?
No,
that's what I'm.
My phone.
See, that part we didn't even hear.
From the iPhone.
He's on his iPhone. Hang on, Joel. Let's do this. Let's do this again, but not today. We'll try and figure out a better time. Try to I know you got microphones over there because you're a singer songwriter. So
Yeah.
do you have a computer or a laptop or anything like that? Yeah. Try and rig it up. We'll test it out next time too. We just didn't have time today. I mean, John Heffern almost died, so we had to talk about that. But I want quick, John Heffern and I are going to be real quiet, and I want you to just give everybody your website or something to plug something real quick.
You can book Instagram, iTunes, Spotify, Amazon Music. Hey Alexa, play Joel Fry.
I'm having trouble
I have an Alexa at my or my website is just joelfry.com.
There you go. joelfry.com. We'll put it up here for you, buddy. I'm going to reach out to you again. We'll do this again.
I look
All right. Thanks,
forward
Joel.
to it.
I appreciate you,
Thank
buddy.
you.
We'll talk soon. All right, John Heffern. Sorry about that. It was just I didn't want to waste his time or the listeners' time because I really couldn't understand anything. It was So
All right. Wow.
So you get well, John. We'll do
I have
a short show.
I have a telehealth meeting in 15 minutes, which is weird. Like, how do you do telehealth with this? Like, I wonder if he's going to go, okay, now get your phone and spin it around your head a bunch. Let me see your eyes after that. It's weird.
Wait, isn't your wife working on her nursing degree or something?
She's a nurse, and she's been extremely helpful in all this.
I was going to say it's good
so
to have her
I'm
around right now. I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm gonna use it to get out of a lot of stuff. Like I can't clean the gutters because
They won't hold still. They're
I can't go to that expensive restaurant because yeah. So I'm gonna try to milk it for as well. I wanted to talk to him because I wanted to talk to him about how I'm fascinated with how people write songs.
Yeah.
I want to do like, and I've thought about this before, but Taylor Swift stole the idea. I've always wanted to write bits that literally were the same, like the same theme. So like your whole show has a theme, and there's a couple singers that have done it. Like her whole thing is 12 o'clock, which I personally, because I listen to Taylor Swift, she talks about how 12 o'clock is this bewitching hour and stuff. I don't think 12 o'clock is. I'm a big believer in that 3 a.m. is.
Yeah.
That's why I like songs with the word 3 a.m. because 3 a.m. is that time at night where you've already done debauchery. You've already now you're reconciling your night right around 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Bad decisions you make. So I like the time 3 a.m. as a concept album.
Okay.
So I always thought, could you write a whole hour around the same thing? You know what I mean? Like I've done it before. I have specials and stuff where I can theme it out. But there's who's that? Not Charlie Batch. He's a football player. Who's the guy? He's a young kid that sings a bunch of. He wrote a bunch of songs for Maroon 5 and like everybody, and he sampled all the time. No, but this guy's named Charlie. He was just on Stern. He wrote
Charlie Perth.
Yes, his last album, every song starts with "You're a loser." He starts every song with the same sentence.
Oh wow.
And it's really cool. It's like really cool, and then it kind of jumps off into like a new thing. But he starts every song of that album with the same sentence, and I think that's cool to do as a comic, is to figure out like that thing.
So what would it be? Like, let's say it's 3 a.m. Every story that you tell within your new hour special is a story that takes place around 3
Yeah,
a.m.?
almost like 24.
Yeah.
Right? Like a lot, like I bounce around a lot of stuff, but in my olden days as a comic, I remember having a bit where the bit was me and my family are leaving the house to go on this vacation, and then so we're back in the car. There's a side story. So then we're still driving, side stories, and then the closer was we got to wherever we were going.
Yeah.
So the whole show, literally, people would leave going, that was like a movie. Like, because we were in the car technically the entire time. I always brought us back to the car and had a little bit there. So I just think they're fun. I just think they're fun to write, and then the audience actually follows along with it. I don't understand how comics do joke, and then they have a list in the green room before they go on stage of their 20 jokes they got to get in 20 minutes. I'm like, there's no way my brain would follow that list. It's impossible.
Right. It's well, as you were saying all that, I was thinking that must be harder to do that, to make it like a movie, to start with the ending and like be in the car the whole time, take tangents, but get back in the car. But then again, it's probably easier for your brain because that's kind of how we think, is like sort of like we're getting to a destination. Yeah. But if you're a comedian who has just a bunch of different jokes and they don't really connect to each other, then that's
hard for me. Some people are really good at it, but then you're relying on every joke. Every joke's at a hit, where opposed if I'm just telling a story, people just want to know how the story ends.
Right.
So you can have a lot of funny in that, but as long as you close that loop and finish that story, then you can move on. They're not grading you on, like stuff like that.
I have yet to hear the new Taylor Swift song. Is it a new album or just a song?
Whole new album. And then she released another one. It's all about 12 a.m. or something like that. It's good. It's Taylor Swift. It's like everything's a story. There's one song where she's fighting with herself. It's called like something monster, or it's good. Like I you know what I mean? She's very journally, and then she slams. And then she slams like that Jake Gyllenhaal, I believe. She puts out diss tracks.
She does.
Like two dudes that she dated. She just goes the full song to them. I even put on one of my socials. If you're a guy who dated Taylor Swift and she didn't write a song about you, that has to hurt more than the ones where she just tells everybody what a shitbag you are for 2 minutes.
You were so bad that you don't even make the list as a bad date.
Yeah. So like if you date Taylor Swift, you really play into knowing you give her material. So you just do crazy things.
Yeah.
So she sings about the time you were in a hot air balloon with her and then you jumped out and left her. And then she's like, and I was floating by myself. And that's when I realized you can fall all the way down, but you won't take my heart to left on you, brown. I say I just made up a song. I get Taylor Swift.
So if I went on a date with Taylor Swift and it was going mediocre, towards the end, I got to think, well, this is not going great, but it's not going bad enough that I'm going to get a song. At this moment, I got to do something crazy. I got to take a shit in her bed. Or something, leave an Uncle Grumpy.
And because you want a song, from her a week. The next year going, and don't you wish I was a guest on Country-ish, but it'll never, ever, ever happen. I'll never be a guest on your Country-ish podcast.
And her songs, the 12 a.m. part of it, is she saying 12 a.m. is a bad time, or is
that's to be like bewitching hour, or that's when most people are reflecting? I disagree. Not at 12.
Well, I want to push back on that, because 3 a.m. to me is a little too because the bars close at 2 a.m. Right? So I get you. If you told me 2:01 a.m. or 2:30, you went all the way to 3. Why did you go to 3?
Probably because, let's say, Matchbox 20 has a song called 3
a.m. I Must Be Lonely.
Then who else has it's 3 a.m. Somebody else has this. Edwin McCain has a song. The guy who sings "I'll Be Your Crying Shoulder."
I'll be. Yep.
He's got a song about 3 a.m. I believe Tom Waits. I don't know how many 3 a.m. songs there are. There's probably a lot.
Okay. All right.
But that's an age thing. Like, it's, now that we're older, I mean, we should write a song about it's 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock's a big time because if you're older at 7, you make decisions. You're like, am I going to be in bed in 2 hours? I've already, do I eat dinner now, or is 7 too early to eat dinner?
Right.
Like, what's too early to eat dinner for you?
What time do I take the Ambien?
Yeah.
Do I take it before I eat or after I eat?
Yeah.
Do I take it and sit in a recliner? Or do I take it and go back to the bed?
What's too early for you to eat food and consider it dinner?
Too early?
Yeah.
Oh, well, there's a couple things here on that one. Well, first of all, you use the word dinner. Mm-hmm. In the South, dinner can be lunch. I've heard people refer. Yeah, I know. We got supper, we got dinner, we got lunch. Supper is definitely 6 p.m. Dinner used to be lunchtime, and then now over the, 20, 30 years, dinner is now 6 p.m. time. So there's that. But I would say, the early bird specials, that's when you start at like 4 p.m. Because
me and Michelle ate dinner at like 4:30. It was full. We called it dinner. There was no hiding. It wasn't a late lunch. It wasn't a late afternoon snack. Mm-hmm. It was full on. It was considered dinner, and it was like 4:30 because I have crazy bad reflux. So, and how to fix that is you don't eat 3 hours before you go to bed. You stop eating 3 hours before you go to bed.
Okay.
So you can digest.
That's never going to work for me ever.
So then you go, well, if I'm in bed, so you just kind of, it's a weird scale.
Yeah.
And then if you're performing, you can't really have dinner because you don't want to be stuffed. Right. So dinner is kind of always late. I mean, there were times I would eat after the second shows, I would find a Denny's or something and have the biggest meal.
Yeah.
At 3 o'clock in the morning.
That's right.
And not have a problem at all.
So after you ate at 4:30, did you eat a big dinner? Was it like a lot of food?
Oh, yeah. I made some good stuff, man. Dude, I'm killing that air fryer. Do you have an air fryer?
It here. You made it at home.
Yeah, made it at home. Most of our dinners are at home.
Okay.
I got a couple dinner moves that I've been crushing it.
Well, let me hear what it was.
The one air fryer meatballs.
Okay. Ooh.
Turkey meatballs. And then I found these little trays that you microwave and then to have rice on them already with nothing else. So you can get flavor. And then I throw the meatballs into the rice. And then bam, done. Also, I'll show you this thing next week of this product I bought. We should do product stuff, random shit that I bought. I bought 2 really cool things. One's a really old guy move. But I'll share it for next week. Because we're starting to get holidays. We could probably start giving gift ideas.
Totally.
But yeah. So anyway, I like
that. So I'm going to have dinner here in a minute. I'm going to go to Jody's house. We signed up for this service called Every Plate.
Yes.
And I'll give everybody a promo code if you're watching this at home and you want, dude. My promo code gets you $110 off. It's a meal delivery system. They bring all the food to your house. You cook exactly the ingredients in the box, nothing more, nothing less. You don't waste food. And it boils down to a $1.49 per meal. And it's healthy, it's nutritious, and it's good. And so tonight, when I leave you, I'm going to go to Jody's house. So we're going to make pork chops. And I cannot wait. So we are going to be making some dinner pretty, I guess you'd say late-ish for us. But yeah. Yeah, I'm with you on the dinner. What time did you pass out after you made those meatballs? After you ate, how much longer were you awake?
I don't know, because with Michelle's new job, she starts crazy early, so she hits bed early. So I just kind of, go to bed with her, and then I try to talk her into letting me turn on TV. And it's funny, I'm like, can I just turn on TV and I can just watch it here? Because it's wide awake. I'm a comic. Like, I shouldn't even be thinking about bed. I can't train my body. And every time I put up a fight going, I don't want a bedtime. I don't want to go. I close my new move is I just close my eyes for a second. And then I go, I'll wait for her to fall asleep. And then I'll just go downstairs and watch TV and then come back up. Every time I've done that, I've woken up the next day.
Right.
Or I've been like, I'm just going to sit here. She won't know. And then I wake up the next day. I literally fall asleep every time.
But you're tricking yourself. It's a good tactic. You're making a deal with yourself. You're telling yourself, no, we're not done yet. We're just going to lay here for a second. We're going to play possum.
I have an idea because I was looking at some YouTube stuff. I want to get a video for us. It's going to be a stock video. I already know what it is. And then I'm going to find some sleep music with some of the waves that make you sleep even better. We're going to call it the Heffern and Reap a sleep mix because everybody probably needs to sleep. So I'm going to do some research just to get the ones that you hear from sleep studies that make you sleep well. They'll be maybe 2 hours long. We'll put the video on your website and your YouTube and my YouTube. And we tell people, and know what that's going to do? That's going to increase our YouTube watching time.
Ah.
Thus helping us with the algorithms.
How long is the video sleep thing? How long is it?
I'll probably make it an hour, 2 hours. So you just got to figure every night people pop it on. They use it to go to sleep. And then you get 2 hours of watch time from somebody.
Okay. Hang on.
Yeah.
I'm with you. But let's put some content up in there too. Like if they're already going to be asleep, why don't we get into their subliminal brain?
And when you wake up, you're going to feel the happiness when you go to heffernandreap.com.
Mm-hmm.
Heffernandreap.com.
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 Join the Patreon page.
Click on the dates. Click on the dates. Buy an Grandma Makes Amazon book.
Come see John Heffern in Royal Oak.
Yeah, we'll do that over. We'll mess with it. I'll get the if I'm just sitting around this weekend, I'll get everything in place, and then we'll decide if maybe just during it.
But I think like for real people would do it. Like if you were to say in the beginning of the video, and we talk just like this. Hey everybody, this is John Reap, and over here is
John Heffern,
and we are basically creating a new sleep study.
Just settle
test.
in the bed there. Just settle
Something
in the bed.
to go to bed with. A little pillow talk.
Just decide if you're going to take your socks off now or later, but make the decision. What's more comfortable? Ask your body. Does your body say take off your socks?
Yeah.
Does your body say leave your socks on? Are your socks a little tight around your ankles?
Right.
Take a moment now and one big breath out and take off your socks. Now let your toes wiggle. Wiggle your toes back and forth. Put them forward. Put your toes back. Now just loosen up and just take your problems and stress and put it on a big slingshot. And I want you to imagine pulling that slingshot back as far and tight as you can. And when you feel that energy, let the slingshot go and see all your problems drift off into the distance as you
now,
drift
listen,
up.
If
See?
people are driving,
dude, I just made that shit up. That was good.
I know.
That was good, dude.
100%.
I didn't know
I had to stop you because in case people are driving their car, I didn't want to cause an accident. But you're onto something. That was off the cuff.
Yeah,
we could do this.
We should, and we're gonna.
Okay, let's do that. Let's
I'm a little woozy now from being all excited right there. So
we did not get to the comment section. We're going to try it next week. It's been a crazy week, but we'll get to it. But for real, do go to heffernandreap.com. Do become a Patreon supporter. Helps us keep the lights on and keep doing fun stuff for and with you guys. Don't forget to be a part of our cruise. You know, we've got just over a year, and you can be a part of the Sea Amigos cruise with me, John Heffern, and Reno Collier. We're going from Port Canaveral to Coco Cay and Roatan, Honduras, comedy, karaoke, podcast in 7 days on a brand new ship, Wonder of the Seas with Royal Caribbean. It's going to be a blast. So please do that and know that we love you. Anything else, John?
Nope, that is it for moi.
All right. You guys have a great, great weekend, and we'll see you right here next week. Bicycle.
Since you love the Heffron and Reap show, please go to iTunes and let them know. Rank the show and leave a comment. We don't care what you write, you know. They, Heffron and Reap, have low self-esteem. So please validate them by ranking them and make no matter